Hi, my name is Lynette Fong. I'm the CCO of AdvaHealth Solutions. And today we're at RSNA Day 2. I'm with Imad Nijim. He's our newest appointed board member. Thank you. You are a technology and innovation strategy veteran. So you've seen it all. And thank you for your time today. I'm keen to understand, you've been in the industry for so long. You've seen so many things. You've been to so many RSNAs. What do you think is the biggest trend that's happening here, this hall, that hall? And I wanted to touch a little bit more on about the shift of things to the cloud.
Sure. Thanks for having me. Great to be here. The shift to the cloud has been happening over many years, and it's finally kind of mature enough to where there are really any more barriers. And from a CIO perspective, you tend to think of the cloud as an operating system of all your applications versus a single destination of I did this, I'm now in the cloud. It's really more about orchestrating the various applications in a way that works within your environment. And that's really the thing that I'm seeing now. People are having those kinds of conversations.
Yeah. And I noticed that cloud is very prominent here, and everyone is being able to shift to the cloud. I think this conversation shifting more towards optimizing in the cloud. How do you think that's happening? Is it successful? And what do you think is driving that change?
Yeah, cloud optimization is a big topic on many levels, primarily the financial impact. Many people have had various levels of success in cloud adoption, and they found themselves maybe carrying legacy product or paying twice for the same thing because they're in the middle of a transition that was supposed to last a month and it lasted 2 years. There's a lot of things that are going on right now that are driving optimization. And really, cloud by itself is resilient, scalable, robust, secure, but it's not optimized out of the box. That's something that you will always have to do.
I find that when I'm talking to people, a lot of their concern is still cost. So people are in the cloud, but cost is still quite a big impact for them. And I think that, in my opinion, I think that's partially what's driving they're wanting to optimize in the cloud. Yeah.
That's right. And there's the obvious cost that's listed, and then there's the implementation cost, which is, interfaces, egress rates, VPN setups, how it's all architected.
Yeah.
And you need to pay attention to all of those going in and capture all of it.
Yeah, I think people forget about the whole total cost of ownership model.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Now, I think the next hot topic, as you can see, there's a huge AI showcase in the South Hall. What are your thoughts on AI? Do you think that it's integrated well? Everybody seems to want it. Do you think it's the way of the future? What are your thoughts?
It absolutely is. Now, it's very complicated. Before I talk about AI specifically, back to the AI cloud comment, when I was talking about the cloud being an operating system, one of the drivers for adoption is the ability to consume AI models very easily.
Yeah.
Most AI vendors develop natively in the cloud, and there's no legacy product.
Exactly.
So plugging in new application, new innovations, if your infrastructure is cloud ready, is accelerated 100-fold.
Yeah, actually, that's true.
So that's a big part of the driver to the adoption and optimization conversation. In terms of AI in itself, the conversation is shifting in a couple of directions. One thing that's new I noticed this year is there's been a lot more tooling for internal development of AI solutions.
Yes, I've noticed that.
Over the last few years, it was like, here's my model. I'm an expert in chest X-ray. I'm an expert in CT abdomen, certain pathology body part modality combination. Whereas now, as the generalized AI becomes more and more mature, the conversation is shifting into, I have a general model. What do I need to solve? What problem do I need to solve? And how can I integrate with all these wonderful providers and technologies to solve my own problem? Which I think is a really good shift that's happening.
Yeah. I think one of the interesting comments from people is that they see like the PACS as a vehicular gateway. And a lot of the time, if you're an on-premise development rather than a cloud deployment, they see it as a barrier. So you're right. I think it's just part of an operating system to get you to a certain destination. You mentioned that you think that AI is shifting in a few different ways. What other ways do you think?
The second one is and I've been saying this for years, which is don't tell me about the technology, tell me about the solution or the outcome. And I think I'm finally seeing that shift in the hallway where the conversation isn't, I want this model.
What
and it
AI
is
do you want to
performant
use?
that way, right? It's more about, I want to solve this problem. How can AI help, or maybe not help? How can multiple models or a swarm of models or multiple agents work together on a single problem? So the shift is not quite there, but I'm seeing it a lot more this year than previous years. I think that's an important way that everybody should be looking at AI, but any kind of technology adoption. What problem am I solving?
I think the best question to ask is, what outcome do you want to achieve with something, and can your solution get there? I'm finding with with AI, last year was very heavily focused on diagnostic aid. And I find this year it's more about workflow optimization. How can we make it more efficient? Everything seems to be driven towards efficiency. Do you think that's a trend that's going to continue for a while?
I think it has to. Primarily because AI is, as a decision support tool, is much more easier to understand, consume, and really integrate than a diagnostic AI, which there's no reimbursement, there's no regulation, there's no real understanding of. Then what? Right? But if you have, you've heard this many times before, AI is not solving problems. Radiologists are not all solving problems. AI plus radiologists are solving the problem. Whether it's efficiency, quality, accuracy, turnaround time, whatever problem you're solving, it's really that combination. So diagnostic AI by itself, not so exciting. Workflow enhancements and this human plus AI combination is going to be the winning combination.
I think it just presents such a much bigger value proposition. And can help things. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Imad. I hope you've had a good time at RSNA. It was so good to see you, and we're so excited to have you on our board.
Thanks for having me. This is fun.
Thank you.
All right.